Hi, Tim. How are you doing today?
Sarah, how are you? I'm doing fine.
Good, good. Can I get you any coffee or water or anything?
Fine. No, I'm good.
Okay, good. Well, if we could, I would like to review some of what we discussed last week at your initial interview. If I'm correct, your previous place of employment, you are an electrician, and 8 months ago, you sustained an injury where you had fallen off of a cable tray and hurt your neck in that process. And as a result of that, the doctor said you had a ruptured cervical disc. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And so because of that, you needed to have surgery performed, the spinal fusion, and that it's been 8 months now,
Right.
Okay. And so the doctor has basically documented that you have reached maximum medical improvement.
Okay.
So pretty much recovery is really starting to...
It's going along. Yep.
Okay, good.
Everything's going good so
Okay.
far.
Good. As far as the pain, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you feel that your pain is for today, for instance?
You know, the pain's getting better. I have to get up every morning, and I'm still taking 3 aspirin first thing when I get up in the morning, 3 ibuprofen, probably 600 milligrams, but
Okay.
that just gets me going and gets me through the day. The rest of the rehab is going great, and so far that's about where I'm at.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Sounds like you've come a long way.
Yes.
Good, good. Well, following up with that, you had expressed to me that the best situation that you would like to get back into is returning to work, same exact place of employment, so you want to continue on with electrician.
Yes.
Okay, and you have explained different options should that not be the case. So maybe alternative vocational training for a different place of employment or a different skill, or things of that nature.
That's always a possibility, but my first thing is that I want to get back to work and get back to what I know and what I'm good at. So that's what I'm focusing on right now.
Yeah.
And there's always, like you say, there's different training techniques or different things that I can do, and we'll see what happens from there.
That's great. It sounds like you're real motivated to just get right back out there and.
That's what I'd like to do.
Great. Following that, I think that at this point in your process of returning to work and recovery, I would like to suggest referring you out to get a functional capacity evaluation. Have you ever heard?
Not familiar with it.
Okay. Yeah. So a functional capacity evaluation is basically a battery of tests and different assessments that are going to measure the potential that you have in relation to the job demands of a preferred job that you are wanting to be measured up with. So I actually have, there's one here in Orland at Midwest Orthopedics. I've been referring my clients out to Christopher Patterson for years now. We have a good, long-standing relationship and never been any complaints or problems or things of that nature within the referral.
Right.
So he's a real dependable professional.
Sure.
And
somebody I might want to see.
Yeah, so that being said,
if you have any others, I'd like maybe one more. One other would always be good, but
okay.
But that's fine.
Yeah, sure. I know that there's a couple other physical therapist agencies out there, so we should
good.
be able to
very good.
figure out something else. But Midwest Orthopedics is in your region.
Sure.
But basically, so what's going to happen is, like I said, we know that you have the knowledge. We know you have the skills. We're basically here. The functional capacity is essentially measuring your ability. So, can you still use the same tools? Are there any types of limitations? And if there are, so we will see if we can put some modifications in place. Maybe do a little restructuring of the job to make it suitable for your needs as well as what's being asked of for the job demands.
Okay.
So that being said,
Very good.
I also wanted to mention that you are at this point receiving temporary total disability benefits within your workers' compensation case.
Yes.
Okay. So basically, all of those benefits that were going towards the medical and time off work, I just want to inform you that should you receive another place of employment or if there's any type of difference in earnings, you would then be moved along the workers' compensation case, and then you would now be receiving temporary partial benefits, which is essentially a wage differential. So what that means is the earnings that you were making in the past are going to be computed by the difference of the earnings you would make in a potential new job. And whatever is,
The
the
difference.
difference, that would go to you.
I understand.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So that's kind of where we're trying to go along this process.
Okay.
So basically, like I said, just is this something this is totally up to you if you're feeling like this is something you would like to pursue. How do you feel about that?
I think it's something that we should look into, and every avenue is always good to check everything out. And I'm up for anything. So I'm looking at your expertise also. You kind of fill me in on what needs to be done, and we'll go from there.
Okay, great. Well, I just wanted to also reiterate that, within this, I know we mentioned pain or the pain management and stuff like that. And within this functional capacity evaluation, they're also looking at how to monitor your pain because you will be self-reporting on how that goes about from a day-to-day basis, and they can come up with some techniques or therapeutic ways to manage that.
Sure.
So that's also an essential part. I forgot to mention that, but
I have a pretty high threshold of pain, so I'm hoping that 3 aspirin in the morning is going to get us through the day.
okay, all
You
right,
know what
all
I'm
right,
saying.
sure,
Yeah.
sure. Well, yeah, just throwing it out there that
No,
might be a
I-
component of the assessment, but
I understand what you're saying.
sure. All right, so in order to make this happen, here is Christopher Mathis's card,
Gotcha.
and just
Great.
if you're up to it, what would happen is so you would call him and inform him that you're interested in a functional capacity evaluation.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is not paid out of pocket. Workers' comp will cover it.
Sure.
In order for that to happen, you need to inform him that you are within a workers' compensation case,
Mm-hmm.
and then he will say, okay, I'm going to need a prescription from your doctor. So you would need to obtain that and then send that over to his agents or to his company. They're going to send that out to the workers' compensation carrier.
Okay.
The workers' comp carriers are going to authorize that, and from there, that'll get back to Chris. Chris is going to get back to you, and say it's been authorized. When is the most convenient time for you to come in?
Chain of command's all done.
Sure,
Good.
sure. And
Good.
he's expressed, if you catch him on a busy time where it's a high caseload, you're looking at maybe 2 to 3 weeks from now for the next appointment. But if you get that prescription right in, and it is a light load, 1 to 2 days, so it really varies. But
Very
you
good.
could always ask him.
Very good.
Yeah. So
Other than
basically, and I forgot to mention it's a 5-hour block. So
that, okay.
when you meet him, it's going to be around that time. I'm
Takes a
sure
little
he'll
bit.
inform you, but
Okay.
that's what you're probably looking at. So if you want to save some time,
Make sure you keep some time. No, that's not a problem. No problem.
all right.
Very good.
Okay, well, Tim, if you have any more questions or concerns about this process,
Mm-hmm.
I think in functional capacity evaluation is the good step for now. Would you agree, or?
No, I agree totally. We're in good shape.
Okay, so.
Great. Sarah, I appreciate your help.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you very much.
Take care.
All right.